Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another edition of Payoff Pitch 1985. As we continue our 1985 season replay, now getting into the third month as we play every other day of the regular season. Today's date is June 7, 1985. We are at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field as the Pittsburgh Pirates will take on the Chicago Cubs. The Pirates come into this game 19 wins and 30 losses. They're actually playing pretty decently lately, but they're still in last place in the National League East. The Chicago Cubs are 24 and 25. A win here gets them back to 500. And remember, the top three teams in each division in the league definitely go ahead and make the playoffs. So even though you're under 500, you're still very much alive until we get to September. Tribe Fan 879 is happy to be first here at Wrigley Field, as he says, "Let's go Pirates." But I have a funny feeling Bears Den 007 will have something to say about that. Chris's team are the Cubs. Philip Reynolds says go Cubs. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, as we already got some chat exciting. Dave Gardner joins us here at Wrigley Field as well. So I'm already getting a good crowd. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs in this game was Rick Sutcliffe. He was 8-8 with a 3.18 ERA, middle of the road. As you all know, the Cubs pretty much finished in the middle of the pack in 1985. Bears Den 007, as he shows up here for Go Cubs Go. So we got some Bucks fans and we got some Cubs fans. The Pirates, as I said, trying to stay relevant, even though they're 19 and 30. The Cubs trying to get back to 500. And still very much have a shot at the playoffs as we get deeper and deeper into the season. I guess we should get underway. Let's go. Leading off for the Pittsburgh Pirates will be second baseman Johnny Ray. Sutcliffe is a right-hander. Ray batted .283 with 6 homers against the Rights. Here we go. A good game here at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. And as always, of course, Wrigley Field is always stuffed to the rafters no matter who visits. Pitch from Sutcliffe. That is a patient 12, and that's going to lead off a walk, as Johnny Ray will trot down to first. Sutcliffe averaged 3 walks per 9 innings. That is his first walk. Ray will go to first, and the next batter will be center fielder Lee Mazzilli. He was in center for this game. Batted .280 with a homer against Rights. As he says, I need a new cameraman. I don't know what he's talking about. My picture's perfect. Might want to check your settings there, Phil. Let's see. Ray, a 3+ steal rating, 5 on the dice, not running, so Mazzilli will hit. Pitch coming from Sutcliffe. That's a tough 81, and it will be a fly ball center field. That'll be caught by Dernier, and that's out number 1. Zilli heads back to the bench. Ray stays where he's at. Here's the left fielder, Steve Kemp. Batted .255 with 2 homers against Rights. Ray's still on at first, and he will stay right where he is. Pitch from Sutcliffe. Tough 64, and that is a ground ball to short. Kemp's double play rating's a 7. Sutcliffe's is a 5. That is a 7. And the throw will be to second base to get Ray. Kemp will be safe at first on the fielder's choice, and that's out number 2. Ray gets thrown out at second. And now the first baseman, Jason Thompson. Yeah, it was around this time Sutcliffe first got injured, followed by the others. That is correct. Sutcliffe only had 20 starts. This was getting close to when he got injured, for the Cubs. So we'll see what happens. Of course, remember, we watched a game with the Pirates and the Angels today on Inside Pitch. Check that out if you've not seen it. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe, and that is a tough 64. We got a fly ball to left field taken away by Bosley. And that ends the inning. So the leadoff walk doesn't do anything. And the Pirates go scoreless. The Cubs originally won this game 1-0. So it was a pitcher's duel all the way between Sutcliffe and the starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And that is Jose DeLeon. 2-19, a 4.70 ERA. Don't know how he got 2 wins and 19 losses, which kind of weird. Obviously DeLeon had a very bad year, but yet his ERA was 4.70. So maybe it was that bad. We'll see. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Cubbies is center fielder Bob Dernier. DeLeon is a right-hander. Dernier batted .242 with a homer against rights. Pirates and the Cubs. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. That's a tough 38, and it will be a pop out to second base. That's out number 1. As Dernier just pops that up into the chimney. Getting the start today in left field was Thad Bosley. He batted .337 with 7 homers against rights. Bosley gets the call today, batting in left field for this game. When Jay Baller comes to pitch, that's when the season went downhill. Here's the pitch from DeLeon, and that is a tough 55, and that will be a ground out to short. Taken care of by Lee Master, and he'll throw over to first for the second out. Next up is Keith Moreland. Moreland is in right field for this game. Batted .305 against the rights. He had 11 homers, too. Pitch from DeLeon. That is a patient 61 base hit for Keith Moreland. He singles that one into left field. 2-out hit for Moreland. He will hold at first. No steal or anything like that. Next batter is the first baseman, Richie Hebner. How about Richie Hebner? Future ex-Met, I should say. Hebner ex-Met. And he is at first base today for this game. Batted .219 against rights in 85. After further review with Steve Tower joins me here at Wrigley Field. An honor to have you here, sir. Yes, seeing all these 1985 teams. Absolutely, as I do the 85 replay for Payoff Pitch and my one and gone 85 for Inside Pitch. 2 outs, pitch from DeLeon. And that is a patient 07. That will be a walk. He walks Hebner, so the Cubs are in business a little bit there with a 2-out walk. Runners at first and second. That will bring up the third baseman, Ron Cey, the Penguin. Wah, wah, wah. Ron Cey will come up to bat. He batted .235 against rights in 85, although he did have 15 home runs. Moreland on at second, Hebner at first. Cubs have a chance to get on the board early. Let's see what they do. Pitch from DeLeon. Ballpark 73. DeLeon is a righty, and that is going to be in the wheelhouse. So one day, that is in the wheelhouse. So Ron Cey takes a swing. Wheelhouse 73. That is a base hit for Ron Cey. He will get a single. Moreland with a run rating of 5. It's not an automatic score with 2 outs, so I got a draw. It's a long single into the gap to center field. The runner on second does score, so Moreland comes in to score. Runner on first advances 1 base with a choice. Hebner gets to second base. His run rating is a 4. That's a 4. Richie Hebner, run rating of 4 with a 4 there. He's got a choice if he wants to go. The ball was hit into center, and the center fielder arm for Pittsburgh is Mazzilli. His arm is a 7. And Hebner's got a slow run rating. Hebner's going to stay at second base. He will not attempt to go to third, but the Cubs are up 1-0. RBI hit by Cey. As Wrigley Field cheers. Yay! Here comes the catcher, Jody Davis. Batted .232 with 12 homers against rights. So the Cubs get off to a quick 1-0 lead. Runner still at first and second. DeLeon will pitch to Davis. And that is a tough 85. That will be a ground ball to short. That is an easy pickup, and he will throw to second to get Cey, and that will end it. 1 run for the Cubs on a couple of hits and a walk. At the end of 1, the Cubbies lead 1-0 in this nice mid-season contest between the Cubs and the Bucks. Top of inning number 2. Here comes Tony Pena, the catcher for the Pirates. We are nearing the end of the schedule block. I did post the schedule for the next 7 games of the next broadcast schedule, I should say, for the next 7 games in this season, up to June 21. After that block is completed, pretty much all the last place teams in each division will be eliminated from being featured if possible. If I have to still play them, I will play them, but they will no longer be automatically at least get 1 to 2 showings. Holy cow, Cubs lead after 1 full. Sutcliffe will pitch to Pena. And that is a patient 54 and ground ball to first. That's taken care of by Hebner. He'll make the play himself, 1 out. Next up is the third baseman, Bill Madlock. Batted .250 with 7 homers against rights. Madlock, of course, would stay with the Pirates until September when he will go to the Dodgers. Pitch from Sutcliffe. That's a patient 93. Fly ball left field. That'll be caught by Bosley. Out number 2. Next up for Pittsburgh is the right fielder, Doug Frobel. Batted .207 and 85 against rights. Dropping all the dice today. Sutcliffe will pitch. And we got a tough 34. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Frobel goes down. That is strikeout number 1 for Sutcliffe. He averaged 7.1 per 9. And a 1-2-3 inning on the Bucks. Leading off for the Cubbies. In today's game is second baseman Chris Spire, not Ryan Sandberg. Spire got the call today. As we're using the as-played lineups of that game and the as-played rosters, courtesy of Action PC Baseball, in my opinion, probably the best replay game you can get. If you like baseball management, nothing beats out of the park. DeLeon will pitch to Spire. And that is a 3. That's a defense check, 59. Error check to second. The ball is hit to Ray. His error rating is a 2, 1 to 56. That's a 59. Ray's got it. Throws to first, out number 1. No error on the play. Ground out to second. Here is the shortstop, Larry Boa, not Sean Dunston. Boa batted .244 against rights. As I said, the lineups today are a little bit wacky in this game that we got scheduled. DeLeon's pitch. That is a patient 20 or 24. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a walk. Boa will trot down to first. Next up is the pitcher, Rick Sutcliffe. He has his own batting card in this season. Batted .233. Sutcliffe is going to go ahead and do can actually hit the ball. But let's see, do we go ahead and sacrifice or do we let Sutcliffe hit away? Let's ask Bears Den 007, 1 out. Do we let Sutcliffe hit or does he sacrifice there? Bears Den, tell me what you want to do since you're the Cubs fan on this in this chat. If you're still with me, that is. If you're still with me. So what do we do? Do we hit or do we sacrifice to move Boa over to second? His bunt rating's a C. He says sacrifice. Okay, we will sacrifice. Okay, we'll sacrifice. Fine. Bunt rating is a C, so all we got to do is draw the card, and it is bunted at the plate. The catcher bunt rating is a C according to his card, and that is not a good bunt. It's going to get the lead runner, so it's batted to the pretty much bunted to the catcher, but he's up with it, and he throws to second to get Boa. He is out. So Sutcliffe is safe at first on a fielder's choice as the sacrifice does not work. So there are now 2 outs for Bob Dernier with Sutcliffe on at first. As we tried the sacrifice and the sacrifice didn't work. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. Sutcliffe not going anywhere. Tough, 77. That's a ground ball to second. That'll be taken care of by Ray. Throws to first. Inning over. So nothing for the Cubs except a walk and a failed sacrifice. I know I'm making fun there, Bears Den. At the end of two, still 1-0. Cubbies here at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Top of the third. Leading off for the Bucks is the shortstop, Johnny Leemaster. He got the call today. Only batted 128 against righties. So I guess maybe the Pirates are just trying out some lineups. Who knows? Sometimes you get weird lineups. Sutcliffe will pitch. And that is a defense check 31. Error check to third. The ball is at the say. His error rating is a 2. 1-56. He's not going to make the play. That's going to be an error. Say throws to first, and it's a one-base error as it gets him off the bag. So Leemaster gets on board. That is an E5. And the first error on the Cubs is Say can't make the play. That will bring up the pitcher, Jose DeLeon. He uses pitcher hitting card number 1. And I think he will attempt another sacrifice. Here's Al Red Sox fan. King of the Hill has arrived. One of the top 5 channels that do this all over the place. So Al Red Sox fan joins us here at Wrigley Field. Leemaster on it first. Let's see. There'll definitely be a sacrifice here from Bears Den. So let's see what we got here. His bunt rating is a B. So here comes the sacrifice. And there's bunted right back to Sutcliffe. He will make the play. The throw goes to first for out number 1. But Leemaster gets to second. As that sacrifice works. So that is an SH1. Runner on second. And here is Johnny Ray with 1 out. Leemaster on at second. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe. That's a ballpark, 51. Ray hitting from the left side. That's a definite wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 26 is a double by Johnny Ray. He blasts that one off the center field wall. Leemaster will easily score from second. And Ray goes to second base to take the spot he was just at. And the Pirates have tied this game up at 1. RBI double by Ray. Bob B joins us here at Wrigley Field. And, of course, being a Cardinals fan, I know for a fact he will be rooting for the Pirates in this game. Tied at 1. The next batter is Lee Mazzilli. Ray on at second. Pirates tied the game up here. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe. And that is a defense check 39. See what we got here. Range check back to Sutcliffe. His range is a C. 1-63 is a hit. 39 on the dice. That's going to get past Sutcliffe. That's a base hit. And it will be a single and two. It'll be a 2-bag single, which means Ray will come around and he will score. Mazzilli goes to first, and the Pirates take a 2-1 lead. Good to see everybody in my chat. As the Pirates now take a 2-1 lead on an RBI single by Mazzilli. They're going to go talk to Sutcliffe on the mound. Make sure he's doing okay. Next batter for the Bucks is Kemp. Mazzilli on it first. He is not doing anything. He'll stay put. Still 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Wrigley Field groans. Ugh. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe. And that is a patient 40. Walked him. Trotting down to first is Kemp. And that is another walk given up by Sutcliffe. That is his second of the game. Runners at first and second. Pirates are in business for Jason Thompson. Still 1 out, top of the 3rd. So already we are ahistorical here. The Cubs originally won this game 1-0, and now the Pirates lead 2-1. Pirates trying to get their 20th win and try to stay alive in the midpoint part of the season. Cubs trying to get to 500. They win today, they will be back there. Mazzilli at second, Kemp first, pitch to Thompson from Sutcliffe. And that's a ballpark 23. That's a wheelhouse for Thompson. Wheelhouse 52 is a double by Jason Thompson. He smacks a double. That is a grounder down the line to left field. Runners advance 2 bases. Mazzilli will score. Coming around second and going to third is Kemp. He will hold at third base. Thompson has a double. It's now 3-1 Pirates, as the Pirates are getting an offensive explosion that they did not get in my inside pitch game earlier today. Runners at second and third. Sutcliffe now has given up 3 runs here in the third. The next batter is Tony Pena with still 1 out. Infield is going to be in to try to keep Kemp from scoring, as the Cubs now got to try to stop the bleeding here. Sutcliffe will pitch to Pena. Infield is in. That's a wheelhouse 82. Wow, Pena just missed it, but that is a fly ball to center field. Fly ball to center, hit to Dernier. Since it's a wheelhouse fly ball, that will be deep enough. 2 outs. Kemp will score, and we now have a 4-1 Pirates lead. Thompson with a base running rating of 3 and a 2 on the dice. That usually on a wheelhouse that usually gives the runner at second a chance to go to third, but he will stay at second base. Usually on a wheelhouse fly out, the runner at second would probably make third, but I'll hold him there with a run rating of 3, even though 2 is on the dice. Next batter up is Madlock. Now 2 outs, but the Pirates now leading 4-1. Madlock is 0 for 1. Pitch from Sutcliffe. And we got a 9. That's a patient 32. Then he walks Madlock. That is walk number 3 given up by Sutcliffe. So now he's reached his average. The batter now is Frobel. Runners at first and second. Sutcliffe trying to stop the bleeding right now, but the Pirates are getting hits. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe, and that is a tough 59, and that will be a fly ball to left. That'll get caught by Bosley, and the inning comes to an end. 4 runs for the Pirates on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 walks. Not a good inning for the Cubbies. 4-1 Pittsburgh going into the bottom of the third. Still a long way to go, of course. With a 3-run lead, let's see if DeLeon can earn one of those 2 wins that he got in 1985. I think of the ultimate replay from HE double hockey sticks. 1962 Mets and the 76 Buccaneers. HE double hockey sticks. I love it. Bottom of the third, leading off for the Cubs is Bosley. He will go up against DeLeon. DeLeon only had 2 wins in 85. Let's see if this one's going to be one of them, because he's gotten shellacked his last couple of times he's pitched. Pitch from Bosley. To Bosley, that's a tough 15. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for DeLeon. He averaged 8.3 per 9. Hence the amount of toughs on his card. Here's Keith Moreland. Moreland singled his last time up. Pitch from DeLeon. That's a ballpark 30, and that is a wheelhouse. Definitely. Moreland on a wheelhouse 0-1. Oh, boy. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Blam! That one is hit high. That one is hit deep. And that one that sits so hard, it's going to bounce off one of the roofs outside of the ballpark. That one's gone. Home run, Keith Moreland. Solo jack by Moreland. They're going to need a telescope to see where that ball landed. It's 4-2. When an 0-1 shows up on a wheelhouse, you know that ball was literally just absolutely obliterated. Here's Richie Hebner. He'll bat next now, 4-2, as we got ourselves a ball game. Hebner walked his last time up. Pitch from DeLeon. Ballpark again, 53. That's again going to be a wheelhouse for Hebner, but a wheelhouse 78 will be a single. Hebner goes ahead and hits that into right. And Hebner will hold it first. Gets a base hit off of DeLeon. And a chance now for the Penguin, Ron Say. Say had a bad error. And we'll see what comes will be. Say did get a base hit, but he hit an error. Hebner with a 4 on the dice will not run. He'll stay put. 1 out. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. And that's a tough 90. And that will be a ground ball to shortstop. Say's double play rating's a 6. DeLeon is a 5. That is an 11. The only throw is going to be made to first. Hebner automatically makes second on that. That's 2 outs. Now a chance for Jody Davis. 2 outs now. Jose DeLeon, 4-2. The Cubs already got 1 run back. Davis definitely has the ability to tie this game up. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. That is a patient 36, and it will be a walk. Trotting down to first is Davis. That is DeLeon's 3rd walk of the game. Runners at first and second for Chris Spire. Spire 0 for 1. Fans here at Wrigley Field. Larry Harris joins us here at Wrigley Field as he says, "Let's go Cubs." Pitch from DeLeon. That is also a patient 45, and that's going to be a base hit by Chris Spire. It is a single. With Richie Hebner's run rating of 4, I got a draw. It's not an automatic 2 base. Let's see what it is. Soft blooper into short right field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second does score, and it's 4-3. RBI single by Spire. It's now a 4-3 ball game. They give DeLeon a 3-run lead going in the bottom of the 3rd, but the Cubs get 2 of those runs back. The next batter is Larry Boa with 2 outs. Davis on at 3rd, Spire at 1st. DeLeon looking into Boa. Pirates lead, but here's the pitch from DeLeon. That is a patient as well. Patient 67. That will end the inning. It's a ground ball to second base. Throw goes to first, and that will end it. 2 runs for the Cubs on 1, 2, 3 hits, and 1 walk. At the end of 3, the Bucks lead the Cubbies 4-3. Timeout. Like to remind you of some more baseball action coming up on my channel tomorrow morning on Inside Pitch 85 1 and gone. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Houston Astros. It will be Steve Carlton going up against Mike Scott. I really didn't want to use Carlton for the Phillies because I actually felt Shane Rawley was their best pitcher. But a matchup between but still a matchup of a 40-year-old Steve Carlton versus Mike Scott is definitely worth watching. So game one will be Inside Pitch 85. Carlton versus Scott. And I know Steeler fan 1933, who joins us here at Wrigley Field, will join us for that game. Phillies and the Astros at the Dome. And tomorrow night on Payoff Pitch 85, our Red Sox fan, your Bo Sox, are in action. The Red Sox on the road to take on the Baltimore Orioles tomorrow night. So don't miss it. So Red Sox fan, don't miss that one. Your Red Sox take on the O's. That's tomorrow night on Payoff Pitch. And please do not, if you haven't watched the replay of the Red Sox game against Minnesota, because remember, the Red Sox played the Twins in my Inside Pitch 85 game. Please check that out if you have not already. Top of the fourth inning, Pirates lead 4-3. Sutcliffe on the mound. He will deal with Johnny Leemaster, who leads off. He got on base by an error. Sutcliffe will pitch to Leemaster. Let's see what we got. In play, 42, and that will be a ground ball to third, taken care of by Say. Out number one. That will bring up the pitcher, Jose DeLeon, and he will pitch. He uses hitting. It will hit. It will use hitting card number one. Pitch from Sutcliffe. That's an in play 14, and he popped it up. And that's going to be caught by the second baseman, Spire, out number two. Pop out to second. Sutcliffe needs to have a good inning here after the last one. Here's Johnny Ray. Ray is 1 for 1. He hit a double and walked in this game so far. Pitch from Sutcliffe. Wheelhouse 92, but that is way too high. Ground ball to short. That ball taken care of by Boa. Throws to first. Side retired. Sutcliffe pitches Ray a meatball, but this time all he can make out of it is spaghetti. And the throw goes to first. That ends the inning there. So after giving up 4 runs in the third, Sutcliffe has a 1-2-3 inning, which he needed. And we go to the bottom of the fourth, still 4-3. Rick Sutcliffe is due to bat, and his fatigue inning is not until the 7th. I don't want to go to the bullpen yet, so Sutcliffe will hit. He can hit the ball. DeLeon's pitch. That's a tough 12, but that's going to be a strikeout. And down goes Sutcliffe, and that is strikeout number 2 for DeLeon. 1 out. Here's Bob Dernier. Dernier is 0 for 2. Pitch coming from DeLeon. That's a tough 30, and it will be a pop out to second base. He sends that way up the chute. Johnny Ray makes the catch. It's out number 2. Two down now, and here is Thad Bosley. Bosley is 0 for 2 as well. DeLeon will pitch. And that is a ballpark 17 wheelhouse for Bosley. Bosley in his wheelhouse 56. Oh, wow, too bad. That's a ground ball to short. That'll get thrown to first, and the inning is over. Oh, Bosley couldn't do anything with it either. DeLeon pitches a bad pitch, and Bosley couldn't do it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for DeLeon. So both pitchers, after having rough innings, both go the 1-2-3 route. At the end of 4, Pirates still lead 4-3. Top of inning number 5. Lee Mazzilli will bat for the Bucks. He is 1 for 2. Good crowd here at Wrigley Field. Pitch from Sutcliffe. And we got a patient 44. That's a walk. And Mazzilli trots down to first. Second time Mazzilli's been on base, and that is the 4th walk issued by Sutcliffe, so he's now 1 over his average. The batter is Kemp. 5 on the dice, 3B steal rating. Mazzilli will not run, and no sacrifice from Kemp, so nobody out. Sutcliffe will pitch. Pitch on the way. And we got a tough 20, and that is called strike 3 on Kemp. Oh, Kemp don't like the call. But that is a definite, I look at the replay, and that is a definite strikeout. Only the second strikeout by Sutcliffe. The ball was low, but it's good enough. And Kemp said that ball was low, and the umpire said, no, you're low. You're low and outside. Get out of here. Out number 1. Here's Jason Thompson. Thompson got a double his last time up. Mazzilli's still on at first. Sutcliffe will pitch it. And we got another tough 31. That's a wild pitch. Rick Sutcliffe throws a wild one back to the backstop. Mazzilli will go to second. And now we'll go ahead and do the same play, and that is an 8, and that remains a tough, and now becomes a tough 31, and that is a pop out to second base. Thompson pops out to second. That's out number 2, but Mazzilli's on second now, so he's in scoring position. As the wild pitch moved Mazzilli over first, and now here's Pena. First wild pitch thrown by Sutcliffe. Now Pena will go ahead and get a swing at it. 2 outs. Can Sutcliffe get on the jam? Mazzilli will score on a single. Pitch from Sutcliffe. In play, 54, no dice. That's a ground ball to first. That'll get taken care of by Hebner, and that will end the inning. Nothing for the Pirates except a walk and a wild pitch. Halfway through the game, Pirates lead 4-3. Flip the deck over. We now go to the bottom of the 5th. Here is Keith Moreland leading off for the Cubs. Moreland is 2 for 2, a single and a jack. Fans here would like to see Moreland hit another one. Here's the pitch from DeLeon, and it is a tough 20, and it's a double for Keith Moreland. He fought it off. Base hit. And Moreland's going to go to second. That's his 3rd hit of the game, and now all Moreland needs is a triple for the cycle, which he can get on a wheelhouse 40 and an in-play 9 against righties. Leadoff double by Moreland, tying run at second base. Here's Richie Hebner. I've had a no-hitter. I've had grand slams. I have not had anybody hit for the cycle yet. Hebner is 1 for 1. He got a base hit his last time up. Pitch from DeLeon. Tough 70. That's a ground ball to short. And that's picked up and thrown to first. That's out number 1. And Moreland will have to hold at second base. As Moreland with a run rating of 5 has no chance to get there. And the batter now is Ron Say. Say is 1 for 2. Still 1 out. Say looking over at DeLeon. And here's the pitch. And that's a tough 57. And we got a fly ball to right field. That's going to be caught by Frobel. That is out number 2, and Moreland will not be able to move since it was a tough fly out. And now it'll be up to Jody Davis. Davis walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. This inning brought to you by La Preferida. La Preferida. Thank you there, Steve Tower, for the advertisement. Welcome there, sir. Absolutely good. If you're going to monetize me, please put $1 into the tray. Moreland on at second base. Davis will bat. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. And it's a tough 46. No dice. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Taken care of by Thompson. And the leadoff double does nothing. No runs and a hit at the end of 5. Still 4-3 Pirates. As the Cubs are unable to bring in the run. Top of the 6th inning. Sutcliffe is due to bat third in the bottom of the 6th. This is going to be his last inning because his fatigue inning is 7, and he will be fatigued since he gave up more than 3 runs. So this will be Sutcliffe's last inning. Bill Madlock will lead off for the Pirates here at the top of the 6th. He is 0 for 1. Madlock did walk his last time up as the Cubs bullpen gets ready to go. Can Sutcliffe, though, have a good inning to finish it off? Ballpark 23, wheelhouse, absolutely for Madlock. For Madlock, a wheelhouse 53, that's a double. Madlock blasts that into left field. That's going to roll into the corner. Madlock will hold it second. Leadoff double for the Bucks. And now here's Doug Frobel. Looking at Frobel, a chance of a sacrifice attempt, but a 2-3 on his card and a 10 on the dice is not going to happen. Madlock will stay at second, so it will be a regular pitch. Sutcliffe with the pitch. We got an 11. That's a defense 80. That should be all right. Range check to right field. The ball is hit to Moreland. His range is an F. And a 1-86, no, that's not going to be all right. That is a hit. His range is an F out there, Moreland. Lousy range, and it's going to fall away. Let's see what kind of hit it's going to be. And that's going to be a double by Doug Frobel. 2-bagger. Madlock will come in to score. Frobel hits it right where Moreland just could not get to it. And the Pirates get a run 5-3. RBI double by Doug Frobel. He had 5 of them in 85, so very capable. The batter now is Lee Master. Oh, what a good hit by Frobel. No way Moreland was going to get to that. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Sutcliffe can have one more run, and he will be fatigued and will have to come out early. They will pitch to Lee Master. Pitch from Sutcliffe. And that's a tough 13. That is a swing and a miss and a steer strikeout. Strikeout number 3 by Sutcliffe, out number 1. Jose DeLeon is supposed to be the next batter. We're in the 6th inning. His fatigue inning is the next one as well. DeLeon is going to come out. The Pirates will go to the bench, which means we'll see a new pitcher for the Pirates. DeLeon leaves with the lead. Question is how long that will happen. Have to go by most at-bats on the bench against the righty, and that will be, with 157 at-bats, the batter is George Hendrick. He will go up against Sutcliffe tonight, pinch hitting for DeLeon. George Hendrick batted .248 against the rights. As I said, when I do pinch hitters, at bats is what tells me to come up in innings before the 9th. In the 9th inning, it's average. But of course, in the playoffs, it doesn't matter. Playoffs, if there's no longer a regular season game, things change. Playoffs, of course, won't matter. It's by stat. That's whoever I think to put in there. Sutcliffe to Hendrick, 1 out. Frobel on its second pitch coming. That's a defense check again, 84. Range check to center field. The ball is hit to Dernier. Not to worry, though. His range is a C. He will make that play. That is a 1-63. It'll become an out. And it is a short fly ball, so Doug Frobel will stay at second base, 2 outs. Fly out to center. Top of the order now for the Bucks. Here's Ray. Ray is 1 for 2. He's got a double today. Sutcliffe trying to just get out the inning and be done for the day. Unfortunately, is allowed a run. Sutcliffe will pitch to Ray. And that is a tough 17, and it is a base hit by Johnny Ray. Wow, Ray hardly ever struck out against right-handed pitching. Only had 6 strikeouts. And that is a 17. That's a single. Frobel with a run rating of 6. He will score from second. Ray is on base. And it is now 6-3 Pirates. Ray gets an RBI single. And right now, to the dismay of Bears Den 007, Sutcliffe is now fatigued. The batter is Lee Mazzilli. And that's going to be it for, but he's got 2 outs. I really, really want him to finish. I'm going to check the fatigue pitcher card, see if I can do it. His ERA is 3.18. Strikeouts above 6. So let's see. Do I want to do that? Strikeouts above 6. So it is not that one. It's going to be this one. They're going to let Sutcliffe pitch as a fatigue pitcher, try to get Mazzilli. Unless, of course, Bears Den, you want me to yank him. If you're still with me, Bears Den, does Sutcliffe come out? Or do you want him to try to pitch and just get Mazzilli out if possible? All right. Or take him out now. I mean, it is 6-3. He's fatigued right now. That's why I put the card there. I'm thinking maybe have him pitch one, just try to get one more batter. If he doesn't get Mazzilli, he comes out automatically. One thing about these fatigued cards, in my opinion, they really weaken the pitcher. They really do. So I'm really not a fan. I would really just think you would maybe subtract grades or something like that. But who knows? I don't know if you're with me, Bears Den, but if you're not, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let Sutcliffe pitch to one batter as a fatigued pitcher. So he will go up against Mazzilli with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. So let's see what will be. Sutcliffe will pitch. Hopefully he can just get 1 out. Bears Den says go ahead. All right. Here's the pitch. And, of course, it's in the wheelhouse 30, but it's a wild pitch first. So a wild pitch allows Ray to go to second. That's on the wild pitch, and it's a wheel. Now you do the wheelhouse 30, and that is going to be a double for Lee Mazzilli. I'm so sorry. Lee Mazzilli, a wild pitch to Ray. Then Mazzilli smacks a double. Ray will come in to score. Mazzilli goes to second, and the Bucks now lead it 7-3. And that is it for Sutcliffe. I got no choice. Stadium groans. And probably at the guy that's doing the play calling, which is me. My bad. Sutcliffe is going to leave. He is done. He was due to bat third, so we may do a double switch. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. Davis is the catcher. Don't want to double switch him. Let's see. Who do we double switch? All right, so we're going to have a double switch as the umpire comes out to do a double. So here is what will be. Sutcliffe, of course, is coming out. Coming out also of the game will be Ron Say. Ron Say is going to come out of the game. Taking over third base will be Davey Lopes. Lopes will bat third. And coming on to pitch now for the White Sox, for the Cubs, sorry. For the Cubs will be they will go with Ray Fontenot. Ron Say comes out. Davey Lopes comes in. He'll play third. And he'll also bat ninth now. Davey Lopes, however, not that good at third base. But you try to do what you can do here. Lopes will now bat, I should say Davey Lopes will bat ninth. So Ray Fontenot comes in for the Cubs. Leading off is Steve Kemp for the Pirates. Still 2 outs. Kemp is 0 for 2. Ray Fontenot will pitch. He's a lefty. And that is a patient 20, and that's a walk. So Ray Fontenot comes in and promptly walks Steve Kemp. As Cubs pitching has now finally fallen apart, here's Jason Thompson. 7-3 Pirates. Still 2 outs here on the top of the 6th. Fontenot will pitch. He's a long reliever, so we can go at least innings 6, 7, and 8. Pitch to Thompson. And that is a patient 20, and he walked in 2. And now this game is now turning into a bit of a rout. Bases loaded now. The batter is Tony Pena. Can Fontenot just get 1 out here in the top of the 6th? Pirates got blitzed by the Angels, an inside pitch this morning, 8-3. It looks like this Pirates team is now trying to take it out on the Cubs tonight. Still 2 outs. Fontenot will pitch to Pena. And that's an in-play 93. He will get out of it. Fly ball left field. That's going to be underneath there by Bosley. And he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Ugh. Wow, the Cubs got manhandled in that one as well. The Cubs sent all 9 batters to the plate. 3 runs on 4 hits and a couple of walks. Bottom of the 6th, the Pirates lead, got a touchdown, and the Cubs got a field goal at 7-3. Chris Spire comes out for the Cubs now. He leads off. Pirates need a pitcher, and you got a couple of righties there, so let's see who the Pirates want to bring in. And let's see. Pirates will go with Don Robinson, who actually pitched a little bit this morning, an inside pitch. Don Robinson, 5-11, 3.87 ERA. He will pitch to Spire here in the bottom of 6th. Cubs fans here at Wrigley Field not happy. But still, anything's possible. Robinson with the pitch. And that's a ballpark. 0-5, that's a definite wheelhouse for Spire. Spire 88, way too high. Ground ball to short. And that's going to be out number 1. Oh, Robinson pitched a bad one, but Spire didn't get any of it. And he just chopped it out number 1. And the batter now is Larry Boa. Boa 0 for 1 as well. He walked. Tough game so far. Cubs are trying to get to 500. They're 24-25 in this season. Pittsburgh trying to get their 20th win and try to stay in some way relevant as we now in the midway part of this 85 season. Robinson with the pitch. Ballpark again, 97, but that's going to be in play. In play, 53 to Boa is a ground ball to third, and the throw goes to first for out number 2. Robinson playing with the ballpark, but he's got to be careful. Here's Jody. I'm sorry, not Jody Davis, wrong. Here is Davey Lopes. Lopes is taking over at third base, coming in on the double switch. Timeout real quick. I guess I need a pitcher thing here. So what do we do here? So Boa's there. Okay, never mind. I fixed it. Okay. So Davey Lopes will go up against Robinson. Lopes batted .306 against the righty. Lopes is a better hitter, though, than Say was that year. Pitch from Robinson. And that's an in-play 18. He gets a base hit. Davey Lopes gets a single to right. He will hold it first. 2-out hit. So Davey Lopes comes in at third base and promptly get a hit. Now can Bob Dernier get the Cubs a little help? But still 2 outs. Robinson with the pitch. That is a patient 97, and it is a fly ball to left. Kemp will get under that. And that will end the inning. So no runs for the Cubs on a hit. Dernier is now 0 for 4. At the end of 6, 7-3, Pirates. Top of the 7th inning. Ray Fontenot. He will pitch to Bill Madlock. Keith White joins us here at Wrigley Field and says, go Cubs. But the Cubs right now are down by 4. Madlock got a double his last time up. Here's the pitch from Fontenot. And that's a tough 61. Ground ball to third. Taken care of there by Lopes. And he throws to first, out number 1. Here's Doug Frobel. Frobel got a double his last time up. Fontenot looking in. And now the pitch. And that's a tough as well. Tough 33. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Frobel goes down. That's a second out. Here is now Johnny Leemaster. Ray Fontenot looking in on Leemaster. 2 outs here on the top of the 7th. Pitch. That's a 6. It's a patient 24. And that's a base hit by Leemaster. He smacks it off of Fontenot. That one's into center field. Leemaster holds it first. And that's Leemaster's first hit of the game. 2 men down. Don Robinson is due to bat. The Pirates with a 4-run lead will take that chance. So Robinson's going to come out. We will see a new batter against Fontenot. Lefty on the mound, and that will be Bill Allman will come into bat. Had 137 at bats against lefties in 85 and batted .277 against them. Bill Allman will pinch hit for Robinson here. Try to get some extra runs for the Pirates. They do lead 7-3. SDGR Replays joins us here at Wrigley Field. Still 2 outs. Fontenot, here's the pitch. And that's a tough 79. He'll get out of it. Ground. That is a fly ball center field. Coming up with it will be Dernier. He makes the catch. And that ends the inning. No runs and a hit for the Pirates. We are at the 7th inning stretch. 7-3 Pirates. I will return. Sing your Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Be right back. Like to remind you of some more. Let me grab my uke. Absolutely there, Steve Tower. Like to remind you of what's going on, as I still will do it tomorrow morning. Inside Pitch, 1985, one and gone. The Philadelphia Phillies will meet up with the Houston Astros. That is game number 9. It will be Steve Carlton taking on Mike Scott. As I said, it was a very tough decision to use Carlton, but I figured a Carlton-Scott game would be more interesting than a Raleigh-Scott game. So it will be Carlton versus Scott. Inside Pitch, 85, one and gone. Single elimination tournament, and tomorrow night, Payoff Pitch has the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. So I know I got Red Sox fans in that chat. There may be at least one named Al Red Sox fan. Maybe. I think he's a Red Sox fan. I don't know. Just because it's his name doesn't mean he is one. I don't know. But then again, he's always, just because he always wears a Boston Red Sox cap or something. I don't know, He may be a Red Sox fan. I'm not sure. It's his name, but how do you know, really, right? Pirates need a pitcher. Let's see. We got 2 lefties coming up in the lineup. Thad Bosley will lead off for the Cubs, so I think we'll see a lefty, and it will be Rod Scurry for the Pirates. 0-1, 3.21 ERA. Thad Bosley coming up for the Cubs. We'll see if the Cubs can do anything here. Down 7-3. Pirates trying to get revenge for their loss to the Angels. An inside pitch, one and gone. So they're putting it to the Cubs tonight. Pitch from Scurry. And that's a ballpark 71. That is a definite in-play wheelhouse for Bosley. Wheelhouse 00. I hate it when that comes up on a wheelhouse. Rare play. I hate it when a 00 comes up on a wheelhouse. It's almost like a waste. Red die first. 1-1. Batter hits a rocket to, let's see, a 2. Batter hits a rocket to right field. If fielder has A, B, or C range, credit batter with a single and runners advance run base. Well, the ball is hit to right field, and that is Frobel. His range is a D. Otherwise, ball rolls to the wall for a triple. If batter has a run rating of 7 or higher, it's an inside the park home run. Bosley's run rating is a 5. He'll have to settle for a triple. So he hits a ball to right field, and that was Frobel. His range is a D, rolls all the way to the wall, but the Cubs do have a leadoff man at third. It's true, I am. You found me out. Leadoff runner at third base. Maybe the Cubs can get something going here. Here's Keith Moreland. Moreland's having a heck of a day. The Cubs are not losing because of him. He's 3 for 3. Single, double, and a home run. Moreland needs a triple for the cycle. That's one thing also I've never done. I've done no-hitters, grand slams, but I've never got a cycle in any game I've played. Scurry will pitch to Moreland. Bosley on at third. Infield is normal. Pirates just want to get the out. Pitch from Scurry. Tough. 13. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Scurry as Moreland goes down. The batter now will be Richie Hebner with a runner on third. Fontenot is due to bat next. We'll probably see a pinch hitter for him. But Hebner will bat against Scurry. Scurry pitches to Hebner. And that is a patient 74. And that is a ground ball to short. Ground ball to shortstop. The throw is going to go to first. And that is out number 2. Bosley will come in to score as they allow the run to score and to get the out. And it's now 7-4. The Cubs do get a run. If anything, they do. So 2 down. That's going to be it for Fontenot. They'll see a pinch hitter. And Rod Scurry's a lefty, so let's see who they're going to bring in. And the Cubs will have Ryne Sandberg. Ryne Sandberg did not start in the lineup, but he was on the bench for the game. Sandberg batted .276 against lefties and 152 at bats. So can Sandberg go ahead and keep the inning alive? 7-4 now. Pitch from Scurry. And that's a ballpark 45. That's in Sandberg's wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 68 is a single. Sandberg keeps it alive. He belts a base hit into right. Inning will continue. And a chance now for Jody Davis. Scurry's already given up 1 run. He gives up another run. He will be fatigued. Davis will bat, and Scurry will pitch to him. 7-4 now. Sandberg on at first. Scurry looks at him. Sandberg not running anywhere. Down by 3 runs and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Scurry. And that is a tough 74. That will end the inning. Fly ball center field. That'll be caught by Mazzilli. And that will do the inning. So 1 run for the Cubs on a couple of hits at the end of 7. 7-4 Bucks. That's right. No Sandberg, Matthews, Durham, or Dunston. They were not in the starting lineup for the game. They were on the bench, though. They were on the bench, but they were not in the lineup. Johnny Ray leads off for the Pirates in the top of the 8th. And let's see what we're going to do here. We'll see a new pitcher for the Cubs. And let's see, we're in the 8th inning, so they're down by 3 runs. You got 2 switch hitters and a left. Let me see who I want to go with. Hold on a minute. So left is L1, R1, L2. I'm going to go and bring in a lefty here. If I have one. I don't think I have another left-handed pitcher on the bench. I do. I got Trout, but he's a starter, so he has no relief running at all. So in that case, then we go with the best overall pitcher. So coming on to pitch will be Smith. Lee Smith will be in here. 7-4, 3.04 ERA, Hall of Famer. His job, very simple. Try to keep it where it's at, 7-4, and allow the Cub batting order to try to get some runs. Johnny Ray leads off. Top of the 8th. Lee Smith, the pitcher now. Don't forget, 10-minute ticker coming up after the game. Smith the pitch. That's a tough 61, and it is a ground ball to third base. Easy play there made by Lopes, out number 1. Lee Mazzilli. Actually, I'm sorry, that's a strikeout. 61 for Smith. I'm bad. That's a strikeout. Smith strikes him out. He's got a 50 to 61 strikeout supplemental. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. Got to check that sometimes. That's a tough 92. That's definitely going to be a ground ball to short. Throw goes to first, out number 2. Lee Smith, short reliever. He can pitch all the way to the ninth. And now Steve Kemp for Pitt. Steve Kemp is 0 for 2, but he's walked twice. Smith checks and deals. We got a tough 76, and that's a fly ball center field. Dernier will make that catch. And Lee Smith has a 1-2-3 inning as he does his job. He will pitch the ninth. Hopefully, maybe. Of course, if he doesn't pitch the ninth, that means the Cubs just batted around. Bottom of the 8th coming up. For the Cubs, leading off is Chris Spire. Rod Scurry is going to come out. He's going to come out. Pirates going to go to the bench, going to go to the pen. That'll be it for Scurry. They'll bring in a righty. And they're going to bring in, well, he's got relief appearances in there, so he's going to come in as a setup. They're going to bring in Rick Russell. Russell did start 26 games, but he also relieved a few, which allows me to use him. And, of course, Rick Russell pitched this morning, so he's pitching this afternoon, although this time in a relief role. He'll go up against Chris Spire with starting here the bottom of the 8th. Russell, 14-8, 2.27 ERA. Here's the pitch to Spire. And that is a tough 89. That's a ground ball to short. Throw goes to first, out number 1. Spire goes down, and now Larry Boa. Boa is 0 for 2. Grounded out twice and walked. Pitch from Russell. That's a patient 75. Too hard. Ground ball to second base. That'll get taken care of by Ray. He'll throw to first for out number 2. And here's Davey Lopes. Lopes against right-handers still bats .306. Lopes took over at third base for Say in the double switch. Russell looking in, and now the pitch to Lopes. And that is a tough 45. That will be a ground ball to first, taken care of by Thompson. 1-2-3 inning for Russell. Side retired. Nothing doing for the Cubs. At the end of 8, still 7-4. Top of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning magic? We shall soon find out. Jason Thompson leads off against Smith. Smith will pitch. DeLeon still on track to get the win for the Pirates. He only had 2 wins in 85. Maybe this is one of them. Although, of course, it wasn't because the Cubs originally won this game 1-0. Here's the pitch from Smith. That is a tough 82. Fly ball center field. 1 out. Caught by Dernier. Next up is Pena. Smith checks and deals. That's a tough 40, and it will be a pop out to second base. That's out number 2. And now Bill Madlock. Madlock is 1 for 3 tonight, has a double. Smith trying to keep this 7-4. Fans here at Wrigley still will hope their Cubs can make a comeback. Here's the pitch from Smith. That's a patient 24, and it will be a walk. And Smith walks Madlock. Madlock walks for the second time in the ball game. Doug Frobel will come up to bat. Frobel is 1 for 4. He has a double. And let's see, you're up by 3 runs. Frobel's is in right field. Did the Pirates make a hitting change? Try to get insurance. Yeah, they do. Doug Frobel's going to come back. They're going to pull him. And taking over in right field will be Sixto Lezcano. He will take over in right, but he will not be the batter. And since it's the 9th inning, I can go with the best overall average against a right-hander. And that is Junior Ortiz. Junior Ortiz will hit up against Lee Smith. Madlock on at first. Pirates trying to play a little chess. See if they can get an extra run in to keep them. Would get this game won. 2 outs. Smith will pitch to Ortiz. That's a tough 82. Won't matter. That's a fly ball center field. Dernier will get to it. And even after all that chess, nothing. A walk is all the Pirates get. 7-4, bottom of the 9th coming up. Russell will come out of the game. Pirates are not going to be silly. They're going to go with Cecilio Guante. He was their closer, and he will do his best to try to get the game done. Guante, 4-6, 2.72 ERA, 5 saves. He was the best pitcher in their bullpen. He will go up against the top of the order for the Cubs with Bob Dernier leading off. He is 0 for 4. And the Cubs bench, see what we're going to do for the Cubs here. Dernier at center field. 242 average. You got to get on base. They're going to pull Bob Dernier as Dernier is going to come out. Taking over at center field will be Gary Woods. He will play center. He will not hit, though. The hitter is going to be Leon Durham. So here comes Leon through the legs, Durham. Batted 287 against right, so the Cubs are going to do what they got to do to try to get a win here, try to come back. Guante against Durham. Bottom of the 9th. Here we go. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Here's the pitch from Guante. That is a patient 40, and it's a base hit for Leon Durham. He gets a single into right field. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 inning at RJL 518? Durham gets a single, and the Cubs have the leadoff runner on. The next batter is Thad Bosley, and he will hit. Batted 337 against the rights. So Durham gets a big hit. Bosley got a triple his last time up. No steals or sacrifices. It's all straight hits. Tying run is now on deck. Guante looking over at Durham, now checks Bosley. Here's the pitch. And it's a tough 69. And it's a fly ball center field. Mazzilli will make the catch. That's out number 1. Durham holds at first. One down, a chance for Keith Moreland. He will hit. He is 3 for 4, single, double, home run. Needs a triple for the cycle. He can get one against right-handed pitching. The Cub fans would love to see that. Guanti pitches to Moreland. And it's a tough 94. Fly ball left field. Kemp will get to that one. And that's out number 2. Last chance is Richie Hebner, batted .219 against rights. I will check the bench. And believe it or not, he is going to have to hit. I got nobody better. So it's up to Hebner. Durham on at first. Hebner at the plate. Tying run on deck. Guanti trying to close the game. 2 outs. Fans here at Wrigley want to see some magic. Pitch from Guanti. And that is a tough 44. And a ground ball right back to Guanti. He's up with it. Turns around, looks at first. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Pirates get the win over the Cubs tonight, 7-4. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. Final line score coming up. Stay tuned for 10-minute ticker. For the Pirates, 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Cubs, 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Jose DeLeon gets a win. He had 2 of them in 85, so he's lucky he gets a win in this game. Sutcliffe takes the loss. And Cecilio Guante does get the save with the tying run on deck. And that will do it here from Wrigley Field. Timeout, though, and then we'll have our 10-minute ticker coming up. Our Red Sox fan is leaving me. I just want to know if you want to see what your Red Sox do. Remember, they will play tomorrow, and they're in the 10-minute ticker. So unless you want to stick around to see how your Red Sox finish out with the 10-minute ticker here. But that's okay, our Red Sox fan. I'm looking forward to see how my Dolphins do on Pro Strategy Football, the Super Bowl. Miami has Dolphins, the greatest football team. Thank you for playing that game, by the way, our Red Sox. All right, so first day, second day. Here we go. It's time for the 10-minute ticker. Let's see how your teams do in this 85 replay. Now using the cards, as of course I've been doing that for the last time. It's much faster. Boston taking on Baltimore. That's a 6. It's a win for the Red Sox. They win that game 5-2. Kansas City over at California. 6. Royals win at 2-1. Seattle at Cleveland. 8. That's a win for the Indians. 3-0. New York Yankees at Milwaukee. That's a 10. The Brewers get a win there. 4-0. Chicago White Sox at Minnesota. 7. White Sox win 9-0 over the Twins. Texas at Oakland. 7. Win for the Athletics. 6-1. Detroit at Toronto. That's an 8. The Blue Jays take that win 6-1 as well. National League, Los Angeles, Atlanta, 7. That's a win for the Dodgers, 9-2. And, of course, Pittsburgh beat the Cubs. San Diego at Cincinnati, they played a doubleheader. Played a doubleheader on June 7th, so let's see how it works. Game 1 belongs to the Reds, 7-6. Game 2 belongs to the Padres, 8-3. Pretty much how doubleheaders go, usually a split. San Francisco at Houston. That's an 8, a win for the Astros. I know Steeler fan will love that. 1-0. St. Louis taking on my New York Mets. Cardinals need a 3-7. It is a 7, and they do get that win. 9-7, they beat my Mets. Montreal and Philadelphia. Philly still holding on to the National League East lead. That's a 6, though. The Expos get that big win, 7-4. And that is the first day. Second day now, June 8, 85. Boston taking on Baltimore. Red Sox win 2 games, 6-4. It's a 4-4 tie, but the 2 there gives it a 6. Kansas City, California. That's a 10, win for the Angels, 9-8. Seattle at Cleveland. That's a 6, win for the Mariners, 2-0. New York Yankees at Milwaukee. Brewers get the win, 1-0 over the Yankees. Chicago White Sox at Minnesota. That's an 8, a win for the Twins, 9-6. Texas over Oakland. The scores really don't mean anything. Texas over Oakland. That's a 12. The A's shut out the Rangers, 8-0. Detroit at Toronto. That's an 11, a win for the Tigers, 7-0 over the Jays. Los Angeles at Atlanta. That's a 6. It's a win for the Dodgers. They continue to play well in this replay. 5-0. Pittsburgh against the Cubs. That's a 6. That is a win for the Cubs. They get some revenge for today. 9-5. San Diego, Cincinnati. That's a 9. A win for the Reds. 8-3, as I know I got Reds fans that'll be happy that Cincinnati took 2 out of 3 in these 2 days. San Francisco at Houston. Steeler fan watching this one. 2-5 or 11 for the Giants. It's a 5. Giants get the win over the Astros, 5-4. St. Louis at my Mets. Cardinals 3-7. That's an 8. Mets get the win there. That's a 7-0 win for my Mets. Montreal taking on Philadelphia. That's a 10. It's a win for the Expos, and they win that game 2-1. A Steeler fan says Astros win, and then he says rigged when they lose. Okay, whatever. That is your 10-minute ticker for the day. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Thank you all for joining me today here at Wrigley Field. Steeler fan 1933, Al Red Sox fan Dave Gardner, after further review with Steve Tower, Keith White, Larry Harris, Bears Den 007, Tribe fan 879, Philip Reynolds. Thank you all for joining me today. Remember, Inside Pitch. Phillies take on the Astros. Steve Carlton against Mike Scott. And tomorrow night, Red Sox at the Orioles. I don't remember the pitching matchup. I believe Oil Can Boyd is pitching that game. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember, but you'll see tomorrow. Thank you all for joining me today. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Have a good night, everyone. Pirates over the Cubs, 7-4. See you guys tomorrow.